with this movie, a lot of it outside of being a horror gore film, man, a lot of it is a fighting action film. Mm-hmm. This is almost like watching WrestleMania sometimes. That evil be burning, Martin. Let's go ahead and talk about Evil Dead Burn. You saw it today.
On that, yes.
Yeah, people. Boy, these Deadites, boy, they just messy. They just love to start trouble with people.
And they just won't stop.
It's
like, what do you want?
They said, you know what? Well, this time we might be able to come in and start some trouble with people who deserve it. Because you got this girl, Alice. And Alice, she married this dude named Will, and Will was just, he is in the video down there, the little black and white video. And Will was he's just not a good guy. Let's just say that it was what they used to say, a toxic relationship between him and Alice.
Yeah.
And
more him than her, but
more him. No, it was abusive. Let's just put it that way.
There you go. I thought you were trying to skate around that word.
No. It was very abusive, very mentally abusive. There was some physical in there when he lost his temper. And now we see where it came from with the family. And the family's a little off too.
No, the family's goddamn weird.
They're very weird. You see him up here right now looking like damn Texas Chainsaw Massacre Resident Evil.
Yeah. I got a total Resident Evil vibe.
Yeah, why the hell you want to see? Boy, this looks like if y'all ever want to see a live action version of Resident Evil 7, go watch at least the first half of this movie right here, this old crazy ass family. So them Deadites come in. Now, they did some shit they shouldn't have done. You know, they still causing trouble with people that don't deserve it, but they come over here and like, yeah, we're going to get y'all straight. And listen, we wouldn't even mess with y'all if y'all just give us what we asked for. Mm-hmm. Y'all have one thing. Y'all know what it is. Your grandpappy had it. If you give it to us, we'll get the hell on out of here.
I don't believe that for a second.
No.
But hey, maybe.
Maybe. But the thing is, the family was too crazy. They weren't going to do it anyway.
Yeah, but what's funny is like, this family has so much going on before the Deadites even show up.
That is very true, man. I was going to get into that in a little bit.
I'm surprised the Deadites weren't just like, you know what? let's let them work that out for a bit.
Yeah.
We'll come back later.
How bad do we need that thing, man?
Yeah. I mean, what are we going to do to them that they aren't already doing to themselves?
Yeah, they might possess us. Get the hell on out of here, man. But yeah. So they come in and they do their thing where they possess the whole family and all hell breaks loose. And this poor girl, Alice, before the Deadites even get there, they're blaming her for the death of their son, who they know was an asshole and had nothing to do with it. There she is right there. I was like, girl, just leave. Why are you there in the first place?
Exactly.
I ain't gonna say you brought this shit on yourself, but...
No, but it was like... I would have gone.
Yeah, I don't know why you stay in this old ragged ass house, eating this old nasty ass food, these nasty ass people. But let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer for, I'll start to say Resident Evil, for Evil Dead Burn. And we'll be back with our reviews.
He's down below.
I don't mean to laugh somebody burn alive, but sometimes somebody put out a scream so crazy. I played this for Billy the other day. You know who he sounded like? You would appreciate this, Martin. He sounded like your man right here. That's why I'm laughing, because I just saw this video. he sounded like one of the Three Stooges, man. We are some assholes, man. We are some really morbid people. Laughing at people burning alive, getting their fingers cut off about the door. What's wrong with you, Martin? Well, everybody's screaming.
Resident Evil Burn. I mean, Resident Evil Dead.
Man, I'm going to tell you something with these new Resident Evil movies. You got me doing it. Damn it. Get out of my head, man. These newer generation of Evil Dead movies, not for me. And I like the last one. And I'm not gonna say what I think about this one just yet, but I'm an OG Evil Dead fan right there. You know, Bruce Campbell, that's my man right there. Because the first three, mainly the first two, were very gory. What's the third one?
Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness. That was
goofy.
Yeah, it was just goofy. But the first two were very gory. But they weren't just about the gore. Gore was a part of everything, part of all of it being over the top. Because the Evil Dead, the second one was played seriously, but the first one was played more seriously, but the second one is just a goofy remake of the first one. And the comedy turned into slapstick. Bruce Campbell, he brought the personality. You know, he was a leading man that was not afraid to be goofy. And even the Deadites played into the campiness. And you know, that's the kind of tone that I like with these movies, because these new ones, they take themselves more seriously, which means they're just way more mean spirited than the originals. You know, the only joy here is going harder on the gore and for the love of the effect. Other than that, these movies now, they're just about Deadites destroying innocent people's lives and ruining families in the bloodiest and nastiest way possible. And that trend continues with this one right here. Except with this one, as we were talking about before a Deadite even hits that house, all these people bring baggage into this story. And it does give the movie a little more substance, because as I said, we learned early on that Will was abusive. But the rest of the family, as we just said, they were already crazy before those Deadites got there.
Yeah.
You dad with them crazy eyes and that crazy facial hair, he did that. You thinking, oh, he's, that he got that look because he got possessed. No, he had that look already.
Right, the first time you see him.
Yeah, them old crazy eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that trailer.
Just frowning, just looking angry, just ready to yell at somebody about anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you can look at him and like, look at that old facial hair. Like, he looked like an old redneck white supremacist.
He does.
Yeah, so you knew he was crazy before Deadite even came in. Mom is passive aggressive. Grandma got dementia, and in the middle of a dementia, she might be slightly racist.
Slightly. She sees one brown person. You're like, I know you stealing from me.
You trying to take my money and slapping the shit out of people too. Physically attacking people. Little bro Joseph, he seems kind of cool, and then later on you find out he probably ain't shit either.
He's a bitch. Yeah.
People, you think that this negative energy is probably what draws the Deadites in. No, it's like the family was trying to get the party started before the Deadites even got there. This shit they're insane, man. So, but the Deadites, don't underestimate the man. The Deadites are so mean here that, and the movie's so much about the kills that when the movie starts out, they kill two people. They ain't got nothing to do with this shit at all.
Yeah, I was kind of like, honestly, it really hooked me with those deaths, that particular sequence, because I was just like amazed by how well it was shot and how it had me going like, oh shit. But I was like, well, what those guys have to do with any of this?
Man, it was two dudes out there just trying to bond and go fishing.
Yeah.
And then this bitch jumped out the water. And for a while, I got in slightly late. And I thought, I don't even think I'm in the right movie. And then this bitch jumped out the water. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks pretty Deadite.
Oh, so you didn't see the very beginning?
No.
Oh, okay. Because that started with the grandpa who was gone.
Oh, okay.
With him, like, going over all his research and recording what he had found.
Yeah.
It's what set up what the Deadites came there for.
Okay, no, I came in, it was two dudes fishing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I thought, this is a nice drama or something. This ain't the movie I'm supposed to be. I was getting up and getting ready to walk out, and then she jumped out the water. I'm like, oh, hell, here we go.
Here we go, yeah.
Yeah, man. The movie does make a small statement about being in an abusive relationship, which makes for some good drama later, but the gore pushed that on out the way. They know what people are here for, so they drop little things here. They try to build some character, but everybody is here to see a lot of blood. Everybody's here to see a lot of gore. Everybody's here to see, how you can kill people again in some of the craziest and nastiest ways. So a lot of this is not for me.
Okay.
I would tell you that right now.
All right.
But while it is not for me, I would still give the movie credit for a lot of good things that they do in here. But I'll pass this on to you, sir.
Well, I get what you're saying, because me with horror movies, I'm not one who's like, man, it's all about the kills. I'm like, yeah the kills, whatever. But one that setup with those two guys fishing, just a lot of the camera work in that, I was like, wow, that was really effective. All right, but now we get to the story about the actual people, and I was really kind of impressed with just the drama itself between everybody, and then they go home for Will's funeral and all that with the family. Jeez, I was just like clenched up with all the tension and what was going on.
Because weird. The family, if you don't know, the family is already they're acting pretty intense because of their son's death. But then the daughter-in-law, Alice, who's this French girl that he married, has to go there, and they're already looking for somebody to blame. Mm-hmm. And you could feel like the coldness that they have towards her. It's thick.
It's thick. And it, you got the dynamic of the fact that, her and her husband fought, and right before he died, and I mean, he's been abusive to her, so she ain't really all that sad.
No, she wore sneakers and a hoodie to the funeral. This little ceremony, that she is. She the whole thing. She's like, and I gotta tell you, she ain't helping because she wants everybody looking at her like, I got this look of I don't give a. Like I said, I don't even know why she went.
Well, I mean, it's her husband's funeral. She had an obligation to go. Plus, they owned a business together. Yeah. But the way his brother and the brother's girlfriend, or I guess her friend, they're like, "Come on, you got to go." And she's like, "That family doesn't even like me." No. You're their daughter-in-law. They'll like you. They'll let you stay there. It'll be fine. And her getting talked into it, and it's just sitting. I mean, you've seen a lot of scenes with uncomfortable dinners, but this is the most I've ever seen.
Yeah. So you touched on something here. Because I'm going to tell you, man, like I said, before I even give you my rating here, this is probably not a movie I'm going to return to. Even though I like the last movie, I didn't even return to that one. Because these are just not for me. I think that they're more about gore than they are story as they go along. And that's fine, because a lot of people, that's what they're there for. But I do have to give credit. I do have to give credit for the things that I think that they do exceptionally well in this movie. And one of the things I think that they do great, or the director does great, the director, whose name is Sebastian Vanice, I think that...
Or Vinacek or something.
Vinacek, I think the direction in this movie is great. I think the direction in this movie is exceptional.
If you get a chance, you should watch his last movie, Infested.
Yeah, the one about the spiders. See, that's the thing about this director. I don't know about his last movie except the premise that it's a bunch of spiders infesting an apartment complex. Mm-hmm. But this guy knows how to work tight spaces very well.
Yeah.
A lot. So with this movie, a lot of it outside of being a horror gore film, man, a lot of it is a fighting action film. Mm-hmm. This is almost like watching WrestleMania sometimes. They tear that house up by beating the shit out of each other. Mm-hmm. There's a whole lot of moments where they just chunking people in the walls, breaking glass, throwing people on the roof. Yeah. Man, some of this shit is like a cartoon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, the way he'll do a long shot and it's on the character trying to get away and it's two people fighting all around that room. Yeah. It's just following the whole time.
This director is good with these shots, man, because it's always moving, like you said. Nice tracking shots, all these one shots, like you said, people just trying to get out the way, not even from like anything that's blood or gore related. They just trying to get out the way because there's plates flying. Yeah. Shit, it reminded me when my brother, my dad used to fight. I'm sure. Shit, I was crawling away like that sometime. God damn. Yeah, it's it really is like at some point, it is like some Three Stooges shit going on. And you could tell that they are having a good time tearing that house up. Mm-hmm. And also a lot of great overhead shots of the action. That's what I say about this director. This director has a great eye for keeping the energy in those shots going. And that's what kind of kept me pulled into the movie, even when I wasn't all about all the other horror stuff.
Cheers.
Bring your ass in. Get the bitch out of me! Help! Help! Get the You see how, man, a lot of this is they just brawling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like I told you, like it's not just tracking shots from a straight shot and like do overhead tracking shots. They got real creative with the camera angles in this.
So creative.
And again, I know that this is a set that they built so they could use it. They could take advantage of all of the space in there. So that director has a great eye for that, man. That scene when they're in the car when the dad is going crazy. I'm like, how'd you get some of these angles like this, man?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not they're in a small car. Something happens when the dad starts losing his mind. They try to take him to the hospital because they think he's in danger, and the stuff they do in this car, man, way after this. Like I was amazed that they would have like get the angles that they got.
Well, and I was amazed with not just the angles, the shot setups, but the choreography that went into all of it. Because that scene in the car, it could have been quick, and it goes on for a while.
No, it does.
And I was like, man, it was just so creative to think of all these things you could do with 3 people in a car.
Yeah, for sure. People, we have to give a word out to Green Chef right now, our sponsor, Green Chef. And Martin, I wasn't lying when I said I was hungry for some Green Chef.
Okay.
Because the thing is with Green Chef, man, listen, I try to eat healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And eating healthy is hard because all these diets are fad out there.
Sure.
At some point, you're going to get tired of it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just eat healthy and feel like I'm eating natural and normal? It
would be nice.
And I ain't got to put the work into it or pay a whole lot of money. That's where Verde Green Verde Chef come in. No, that's where Green Chef comes in, y'all. Because with Green Chef, every week you get over 40, count them 40, recipes made with organic produce, responsibly sourced proteins, and nothing that you can't pronounce. Also, you pick what you like. Mediterranean, plant-based, gluten-free, high protein, look, it's all right there. Whatever you fancy, whatever your diet calls for, whatever you're doing at the moment, they probably can help you out. And meals come pre-portioned and ready in minutes. And if you want guidance beyond the plate, they also include free, unlimited one-on-one nutrition coaching, Martin. So if you
do coaching too?
They do coaching too. Free, unlimited coaching that helps you stay on track. Head to greenchef.com/50 double toasted and use the code 50 double toasted to get 50% off your first month, then 20% off for the next 2 months. That's code 50 double toasted at greenchef.com/50 double toasted. I want to thank Green Chef for sponsoring this portion of the show. And I want to thank all of you out there for your support. Thank you very much. And also the scene at the table, because you're talking about how you were, that was very intense for you.
Yeah.
I will tell you right now, I do think it was ridiculous, but I also think you're right. It's good at building tension. Mm-hmm. That dinner scene, because the reason why I think it's ridiculous is because it's like the actors are trying to out crazy each other. It's almost like calm your ass down theater, because every actor's it's getting crazier and crazier. But some of it, because some of it feels try hard. The dad is looking all wild-eyed while picking up sharp objects,
but there's a reason for it.
For me, I just thought he just kept doing it too much. That's just for me. Like he kept picking up sharp objects, and it was like, okay, I know you're not going to use it. He's going to pick up something else. He's not going to use that. However, it is effective as tempers rise at the table because it's already tense when people try to be polite. Mm-hmm. And you know that people don't like each other.
Yeah.
And that politeness does give way to aggression. And on top of that, regardless of what I'm saying about Dad right now, even though they keep doing this fake out where he's picking up objects and they're pulling away from him, he is going to use it at some point. Mm-hmm. He's going to pick up something sharp and somebody's going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the wedding ring?
Will got into a fight with Allison. You listened to
Are you implying it was my fault?
So you see, it keeps building. I mean, it just takes one little thing to like set somebody off, and everybody has their moment. Even grandma.
You know what also is building tension in this scene? The dog is looking at everybody like, okay, y'all, this is going to be too much.
Listen, man, y'all know I'm all about dogs. And I'm not about hurting dogs, and it makes me mad in movies when they do hurt a dog. But that dog kept that man.
Well, he's looking at him like, "Come on, Dad, calm down."
I kept, man. I was talking to the screen. Leave that man alone. You don't get your ass away from that man. I just said when that dog was messing with me, I say, look, I love a dog, but you get whatever you deserve whatever you get. You see, he's crazy. You keep with him right now because that dog could have gone to anybody at that table. Yeah. And he kept messing with his crazy ass.
The dog was trying to calm him down.
That dog ain't, how you calm somebody down? The man pushes you. Oh, wow. And you see he's already on edge. Because in the dog's mind, he's saying, hey man, please, come on, just calm down. What that man hears is, chill ass. And he also kicked the dog, and the dog came. Hey man, no, for real, listen. It's like you didn't learn. Yeah. Listen, there's a lot of things that I do admire about this film and enjoy about this film. So it's not like I was sitting up there hating the film. I actually enjoyed the things I just mentioned. I had a lot of admiration for the things that I thought they did do well, because those things were exceptional. I do have some other complaints though. Then one of them is just completely personal. And because if you are, as they say, a gore person, a gore hound, you love blood and guts, then that's what you're gonna get here. And that movie's made for you. For me, it was a little too much. It did feel forced sometimes. They literally take a person's face and rub it in gore. you know what I'm talking about. Also talking about going over the top with certain things. It's just not always about the gore either. Everybody got a drool moment. There's a lot of drool in this movie. You can't even eat mashed potatoes without drooling that. Like this.
Well, we already saw him drooling.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's everybody, but it gets worse than that. I mean, we're talking about that Saint Bernard drool. It gets to a point where everybody has a moment where slime, not just drool, slime is coming out their mouth. And for me, I was like, wow, okay, that's a little over the top for myself too. But that's just me. The homage seems forced in here. These movies, can y'all just do one without having the chainsaw come in?
But they didn't do anything with it. It showed it.
Well, that's the thing.
And it's a fake out.
The chainsaw did pass the torch to other power tools. But I was just like, we know we get it. There's a chainsaw in every movie. We did this in 2 movies already. We know that, we've given our respects to the chainsaw. We don't have to do that every time. That's just something I don't like. I never liked it in the beginning.
I mean, normally I don't like it, but when it popped up, I was like, okay, good. Okay, you're not doing it.
Yeah, let's just do one without a chainsaw. We get it. Ash had a chainsaw.
You got so many little things that set you off.
No, it's not setting me off. I just don't, it's just something I just don't like. I like that's, listen, man, you know how I feel about nostalgia.
No, I know.
And we've done it. If we have done it, we had done it once, cool, which we did. Do it twice. All right, we get it, but we did it.
It's just this feels so far removed from Ash.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. We don't need, for me, this is just me.
Okay.
Ash is not here. Ash is done.
Okay.
Bruce Campbell produces, but he ain't in it. I just think, let's let a story stand on its own.
Maybe he was the one who said, it'd be really cool is if you put a chainsaw.
Well, if he did, then I need to talk to him too. Bruce, come here. No more chainsaws. I don't even want your ass going to Home Depot for about a week. Sit down. Also, there's Will has a restaurant, and this is what got me with this. He says he has a restaurant, and they talk about the restaurant, but when they finally show you the restaurant, the first thing we see in this restaurant is a big old black ass twerking. It's a club where they do bottle service. I'm like, this ain't no restaurant.
Yeah, I know. The way they kept saying restaurant, I was like, that's a club.
I think this is a club, and they don't really explain whether Will is running a club and just didn't want to tell his parents, but they do have a kitchen. So it's like, I don't get it. I don't think that was well explained. But I'll tell you, by the climax of this movie, they did something that I do like. Everything is amped up. Oh shit. Everything is going crazy. Everything is wild. And I think that and at the end of it, they put Alice through so much, man. She is stabbed, impaled, she's slimed, and just treated with impoliteness. So
on top of all
that. So I was invested in her by the end of the film, man. Family kind of dogged her out to the point where I did like her as a heroine in the movie. Before all the shit even will start to go down. So I did like that character. I thought that she got choked out.
Everything.
There was everything. Boy, she gets it bad in this movie. It's to the point I thought, you ain't gonna make it if it keeps going like this. So, I think that this still lacks the personality of the originals, but I also think it's because of that it's more shallow. However, they did have moments of humor in there that I thought were funny, so it did lighten it up. Grandma had some funny scenes in there. There was one where Grandma said, I'm out. This shit.
I know.
I ain't gonna tell you even what she did, but her exit out of a certain scene, she said, "Granny, out." And it was funny how she exited, man. And it was just it was a really funny bit in the film, the way they inserted it in. So even though I love the original movies a whole lot more, and again, that's not nostalgia. I just think that those movies have more personality. However, I thought that the direction was enjoyable. I think this director is just story-wise, I might not be clicking with this, but as a director, I think he's amazing.
Yeah, I thought he directed the shit out of this movie, and it was something I was just kind of taken with the whole time.
Yeah, not a big kills person, but I do admire the creativity put into some of the kills, especially with the camera work put behind it. So yeah, this is going to be a very low matinee for me. I enjoyed it. I had a good time watching it. And listen, man, if you put a lot, I don't care if I click with your movie or not, story wise. There's a lot of times where if I see that you are a really gifted and a very good director, sometimes that can just hold me through the whole film. I will enjoy that.
Yeah. I tend to not be big on horror movies. It's so often saying like, oh man, I don't like horror movies, but this is one of my favorites.
You got to stop saying that because you keep saying I don't like horror movies, and some of your favorite movies have been horror movies.
But you know what? It's because they mostly make and release horror movies. I mean, it's the thing. Of the movies that come out, probably the highest quotient of them is horror movies, or at least half. It's way more than it used to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's as much as, I saw the last Evil Dead and I was like, yeah, this is all right. And I figured this would be the same, but it hooked me pretty early. And even though it doesn't have, the Bruce Campbellness, as far as personality goes, I thought they put a lot more personality into it than they usually do with movies, where they set up characters that I was invested in, at least, that whole thing with the dinner. And it was, and the way the whole movie really is about just surviving an abusive relationship and the in-laws that let this go on. Matter of fact, they tried to bully you into staying in it. But that aside, then, the theme, man, it just kept throwing things at me. And so much of what you thought was over the top and ridiculous, I was like, this is what makes it Sam Raimi without being Sam Raimi. It's not copying him, but it's that same kind of, like pushing it to a limit. And so often with the gore, the kills, or whatever they would do, stuff that's so creative. Some of it, it's been a while since I watched a movie that had so many things in it that made me go, God damn. Oh, or shock me, or like, wow, they really went there with that. Yeah. And half the time it would make me laugh because like, wow, that took that all the way. Man, I was not prepared to like this movie so much. It's a low full price for me. It would be higher, but I do wish the palette wasn't so gray.
That's another thing I did not like about this.
Yeah.
Is that every movie that, again, they force a way to put them in either a cabin or a house that might as well be a cabin. Because this house is old, it's raggedy and dilapidated. And I'm like,
out in the woods.
Why are y'all staying in this house? Or why are y'all visiting this house? Why are you staying in this house? And I thought they would just stay in there temporarily, but grandma was hooked up like for a long term.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and see, that's what I loved about the last movie, Evil Dead Burns. I'm sorry, Evil Dead Rise.
Yeah.
Is that it took place in a city apartment building, even though they didn't want to cut their lights on in there either. Somebody brighten this picture up actually, because they were like, damn, y'all know y'all paid your electric bill because there's a light bulb on over there. You know, I don't like movies where they intentionally keep their lights low to make atmosphere, but I like the atmosphere or the setting for that so much. And looking at this, I'm like, all right, you know what? We don't always have to force, you know, a nasty ass house, because I don't even make any sense why they'd be staying in there.
With that family, it did.
Why is that?
Because that's how they are. They're so austere and just they're just awful people who would stay in a house like that. Because you see, they got their stuff all over it.
Yeah, if they that bad, they need to move in with Oscar the Grouch then. They might as well just go live in a trash can.
Even complaining to the son, like, yeah, you always say you're going to come fix this place up, but you don't.
Like, I guarantee you that.
Why would I?
There's a damn Holiday Inn right down the street that they could have gone to.
You know what?
Maybe you're right. Maybe
if there was, this family would still be in this house.
Maybe they like grouches. You're right. Maybe
they're stubborn.
I didn't buy it, but you know, hey, whatever. You know, fuck them, ain't my family. Actually, kind of.
You sure you want to keep going?
What am I talking about? That ain't would even mess with us. You know how you see the camera going towards the house, like right there, like that.
Yeah,
it will go up to our window, look up, and you see that camera going right back there.
What you see? Let's go to the next one.
Well, would you look at that? You made it to the end of the video. That means you really like us. So just go ahead and press that like button and subscribe while you're at it. And check out our other channels, our social media like Instagram, TikTok, and our Patreon, where we have new stuff coming up all the time. And we'll see you on the next video.